The Young Bucks are back, and so is the 600k club for AEW Dynamite. Welcome, guys, to Fog Wrestling. It's time to talk about the AEW Dynamite ratings, and by no means are these ratings blowing up. By no means has someone stuck a rocket ship. No one stuck dynamite to these TV ratings, that is for sure. However, they are back up over 600k after last week dropping the ball. It was strange. AEW Dynamite, it had growth 6 weeks in a row where the ratings were going up, and then last week, for some reason, the ratings just went down. They were like at 594,000, so not sure what happened there. But the numbers, once again, are heading in the right direction. They're not great, but at least they've improved on last week, and this week's current Dynamite rating is 659,000 viewers. So, the Young Bucks are back. The ratings are slightly up. You had Moxley on the show. You had MJF. You had the Hurt Syndicate. Some decent stuff, I guess. Moxley was wrestling. Jericho was throwing a temper tantrum. I mean, does anybody care? I mean, I guess 659,000 people care. Now, according to Tony Khan, there's 500,000 people watching on Max as well. So, take that with a pinch of salt. But, yeah, we're just going to focus on the numbers on TBS because there's no way to know what the numbers on Max actually are. So we could speculate, but what's the point in that? Let's just look at the real numbers. 600. Jesus Christ, get it right. Third time lucky. 659,000 viewers. Now, there was a 0.17 in the key demo. The 18 to 49 demographic did a 0.17, which, to be honest, is not bad. It was up on last week's 0.16, so slight improvement there. Now, among cable primetime telecasts in the 18 to 49 demographic, Dynamite ranked number 5 for the night. There was Fox News on, there was a couple of NBA games on, and they all did better than Dynamite, so Dynamite was behind them. So, over the last 4 trailing weeks, Dynamite has averaged 636,000. So it's up over the last 4 trailing weeks, and the key demo over the last 4 weeks is averaged out at 0.17, so pretty much the same. So, I mean, the numbers they're not great, but I mean, they're better than what they did last week. That's the only thing you can really look at. So, I mean, almost close to getting back to what they were doing 2 weeks ago. Still just a little bit under that, but, you know, it's a solid rating, and maybe they can get close to the 700k. It's been about 6 months now, 7 months since they got 700k. Will they ever get 700k again? I mean, maybe. When you seen the growth 6 weeks in a row, I was kind of thinking that they would get it, but then obviously last week they just had a really bad show. I don't know what happened, but the people tuned back in this week, so we have to wait and see how they get on. But in terms of the viewership, in terms of the key demo, it's a gain. You know, they're back up on what they did last week. And what they did last week, though, was shocking. So I think the less said about that, the better. But, I mean, look, we'll see what happens going forward. Adam Copeland's taking some time off, so that probably will not help. But the Young Bucks are back. Does anybody care about the Young Bucks? I don't think so. You got Kenny Omega there. You got Okada there, the big £5 billion guys. Will Ospreay, bruv. You've got him in there. He cost a lot of money, so maybe these guys can finally start paying Tony Khan back. I doubt it, but who knows? Maybe they can. Alright, let's look at the clips then. So, in first place, we have, did the AEW World Tag Champs, the Hurt Syndicate, welcome MJF? That's got 283,000 views. I don't know, did they? Somebody tell me the answer. Is MJF now part of the Hurt Syndicate? I thought you had to be black. I thought you had to be black to get in. I didn't know that the Hurt Syndicate were giving out applications to Jews. So I'm not too sure about that. Somebody let me know down below in the comments. But I don't think that MJF qualifies to be in the Hurt Syndicate. Now, they haven't said it. But for me, when I look at the Hurt Syndicate, or when I looked at whatever they were called in, I should remember whatever they were called in WWE, the Hurt Business, To me, it did just seem like a nation of domination. And some people are going to say, well, the nation of domination had white people in at the start, and yeah, and then they took in. Oh, I don't care. All right, the nation of domination. It did have white people at the beginning, but then it almost like turned into like a black group, and that's a fact. Okay, so that's how I kind of seen the Hurt Business and how I kind of see the Hurt Syndicate. But I mean, maybe that's not it. Do I think MJF will be in it? No, I don't think it makes any sense. What would make sense for me is, though, pushing Bobby Lashley. Just have Bobby Lashley destroy Moxley. Why not? This guy's a legit fucking wrestler. Guy's a legit fighter. Guy could legit kill people. So I would personally put the belt on Bobby Lashley. There you go. Number 2, Young Bucks, 261,000 views. The Young Bucks are back, but are they working with the Death Riders? I don't know. Are they? Do we care? MJF and the Hurt Syndicate, Young Bucks and the Death Riders. Just seems to be a lot of groups here. The Ops, Samoa Joe and Hook step up to the Death Riders, Claudio and Yuta, 149k. 4th place, 124k. Chris Jericho's not happy with his pupils. He's just disappointed. 124k. I'm disappointed with Jericho. I'm disappointed with Chris Jericho's career. It's going down the toilet. Although that's probably the highest he's been in a long time. Chris Jericho, really irrelevant at this spot, this time in his career. It's sad. Number 5, 83,000 8-man tag chaos. Team Ricochet versus Team Ospreay. Compete for 400k. I wouldn't mind 400k, 100k each. Give me the money. Show me the money. 6th place, 70,000. Swerve Strickland is on a warpath, and Pac is the first in his sights. It's not great though, is it? Swerve Strickland's supposed to be a top guy. It's supposed to be a big deal. Everyone wanted Swerve Strickland to win, and he only got 70k. Pretty damn poor, if you ask me. 7th spot, 45,000. Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander battle for a spot in the Owen Cup semis. So, don't know who won that. Honestly, don't really care who won that. And in last place, now it was uploaded, like, it had about half the time that the other clips had. So, I mean, I will take that into consideration. MVP gives some words of advice to MJF on how business is done. So, MVP teaching MJF about business. I don't know, MJF seems like a pretty smart businessman. Does he need advice from MVP? I mean, possibly. People are saying Dynamite's cooking lately. People are saying Dynamite's doing some good stuff. I think it's been a couple of weeks since I watched Dynamite, so I mean, I can't sit here and confirm that it's good. I can't sit here and deny that it's good, but yeah, who knows? Maybe next week's Dynamite I'll give it a watch. Night Shift, guys. That's why I'm not watching it. Started a new job, doing Night Shift, and I was going to say unfortunately, but let me rephrase that. Fortunately, I'm working every Wednesday and Friday night, so that means I don't need to watch the 2 worst shows on television, fucking SmackDown and Dynamite. So, that's a win-win for me. At least SmackDown. SmackDown on a Friday night is brutal. 3 hours of that crap. No, thank you. Got better things to do. I'd rather work. I'd rather work for free. I'd go to working for free. Peanuts. I'd rather get peanuts than have to sit and watch SmackDown. So, yeah, there you go, guys. There's your numbers right there. Nothing spectacular. Nothing blowing me away in terms of the views or anything like that. So, we'll wait and see what happens. But, yeah, AEW Dynasty, that's that done and dusted. Who's going to be the next challenger? Who's going to be taking on Jon Moxley next? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully not Swerve Strickland. I don't really see much. No, not Swerve. Is it Swerve? I'm thinking of Sean Strickland. No, it is Swerve Strickland. I don't get the fascination. I don't get the hype around Swerve Strickland. I just don't really see it. I mean, is the guy decent? I guess so, but do I think he's spectacular? Am I blown away by Swerve Strickland? Do I think he should get another run at the AEW World Championship? Honestly, the answer is no. I'm not a big fan. Although Moxley's boring me as well, so maybe someone should take the belt off him. We'll have to wait and see. I think they should have put the belt on Christian. Why not? He had the briefcase. He had that guaranteed match. Looked like he was going to do it, and then, I don't know, they decided to use creative control, and fucking Christian got shafted, and Adam Copeland and Moxley, survived without taking a pinfall. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. Anyway, guys, that's it. AEW ratings, what can I say? It's just not as exciting anymore talking about AEW ratings. I remember when they were really doing poor, and then they started going under 800k, and you were getting the fallout from the CM Punk shit, and I mean, it was a lot more interesting back then. Now the numbers are kind of just like stagnant. It's like, mid 600s. I mean, who really cares at the end of the day? None of it's groundbreaking. We need Dynamite to Dynamite needs to either go back up to like 800 or even like 1,000,000, or it needs to go the opposite way. It needs to go down to like 400, 300. That's what needs to happen, because right now these numbers are kind of just boring. You're getting like mid 600, low 600s every single week, and or maybe they'll have like a bad week. Will be like a high 500s, and just not much happening. So hopefully the Dynamite numbers go in a direction. Honestly, I don't really care what direction. I guess the more people watching wrestling, the better wrestling should be. Technically, does that make any sense? If more people are watching wrestling, then that should mean that wrestling's better. But less people are watching wrestling than ever. So that kind of tells you the state that we're in 2025. Don't let people lie to you and pretend that wrestling's good, because I'm telling you right now, guys, the fact is, it's not. It's not. And that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching, and peace.